This is the Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
So we had to put together a audition tape for a radio award, kind of showcasing some of our favorite stuff.
And usually no one would hear this, but we thought we would share it with our podcast listeners.
Well, it took me about an hour and a half to put together, so I may as well.
For a 3-minute long clip, yeah, you better show off your hard work.
All right.
I mean, majority of these clips are like me being hilarious, but like...
I think it's me actually being the really funny one.
I actually think people might be like, wait, is Ryder even like in this 3-minute long clip?
Okay, I guess we'll see.
I wanted to let you know what the baby name trends are. Some playful names like Bear, Birdie, Horizon.
Horizon, maybe?
Oh, sorry.
Imagine if you named your kid that and the teacher's like Horizon, it'd be like, it's actually Horizon.
I like to slip a little tongue every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah, that's called New Brunswick kissing, I think.
Why?
Because there's like some French kissing.
But it's not all the way.
But it's not all.
One time I took pre-workout and then I got stuck in a traffic jam. I almost got out of the car and lifted it over my head and ran to the gym.
Hip-hop legend Snoop Dogg is coming out with his own line of hot dogs. And I know he doesn't need our help with creating a song, but we thought, why not? Dogs.
Hey, you got enough buns? Make sure there's some extra mustard.
When the water starts to boil, son.
Drop it in the pot, drop it in the pot, drop it in the pot.
When the barbecue is pumping, bruh.
Get 'em nice and hot, get 'em nice and hot, get 'em nice and hot.
When the crew's good and hungry, man.
You should make a lot, you should make a lot, you should make a lot.
When it's time to groove, Snoop Dogs are the move. Intestine tubes filled with snouts and hooves.
Snoop Dogs. I think we should send this to him.
Talking vegetables, what's your favorite?
Okay, so this text here says waxed beans. What's the difference between a waxed bean and a not waxed bean?
There's no hair on the waxed one. Also known as a Brazilian bean.
I can forgive you for scaring me when I got off the elevator.
Okay.
I cannot forgive you, though, for turning it into a terrible remix.
You won concert tickets on our show years ago, and you have an update for us now? What's up?
At that time, I was talking to a girl just on the dating app. We'd been talking for a bit, hadn't met up yet. But I used the Selena Gomez tickets to be a sort of first date. And then funny enough, about 2 weeks ago, we just got engaged.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh! Woo!
That's so awesome!
I'm crying.
It speaks to your guys' staying power, to be honest. I mean, that's a lot of years ago, you know?
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty cool. Each morning we kind of wake up, listen to you. So in a weird way, it's like a comforting stability thing in the morning. I don't even know if you guys realize being on the air for so long.
Can we be invited to the wedding, or like, is that a bit too much?
Mornings with Ryder and Lisa. Play 107.
Apparently, my costume sucked. I won worst costume over the weekend. I was Nickelback.
Yeah. But like...
Well, Chad Kroeger, to be specific. From my costume was titled, "Look at this photograph." And nobody got it.
Some people got it.
Some.
But like your hair is too long to be him.
I
So you
pulled
just
it back.
I know, but you just like had a ponytail and a white t-shirt on. Your beard got all smudged off. So.
I know. I danced my beard off. But my t-shirt wasn't just a blank t-shirt, Ryder. I drew on exactly what he's wearing.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, everyone was like, wow, she really tried hard this year, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm busy.
Listen, it's okay. This is the lesson you learned. I'm just agreeing with you that you deserve to get worse costume, and you did.
Whatever. The photos of my costume are now up on Play 107. If you want to go check it out. Play 107 YG.
No, nobody's gonna.
Yeah, they are.
Not for the worst costume.
And they're going to be like, how did this win worst costume? More like best costume ever. Pretty sure I saw a comment that said that. What did you learn over the weekend?
Well, I learned at big events not to be a beer buddy with you. Because, like, everybody needs a beer buddy at big events.
Yeah,
you know what I
'cause
mean?
you take turns going to get the
Exactly.
beer.
So I missed the first intermission.
Ryder, I was too hungover. Like, you're lucky I rallied and went to the Heritage Classic with you. I was actually,
so blessed.
You guys, I was weekend at Bernie's. Like, I had my glasses on, and I think people thought I was a corpse.
Yeah.
In the crowd. You know what woke me up, though? The Nickelback.
Mm-hmm. That's when
That's
you
when
should
I
have
was
been.
like, I'm alive.
You should have been going and getting beers. It was your turn to get them. So anyway, won't be beer buddies with you anymore. I missed a good chunk of the second period, waiting in line, getting you a beer and me one.
And I'm so happy that you went because you missed so much awesome entertainment. They had the alumni from 20 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and then when it was your turn, you're just like, no, I'm good.
Oh, I didn't want another drink.
So that's what I learned. Never being beer buddies with you again.
We also learned that as much as Commonwealth is a great spot for entertainment, they need to upgrade a couple things. Like, if you're waiting in line for a beer, you should still be able to hear and see what's happening on the field with the interviews and stuff.
Yeah, like
And,
some TVs even.
TVs. Like, when we first got there, it was so jam-packed that it was almost kind of scary. Like one of those situations where if someone starts pushing, you never know what could end up happening. It's really scary.
It was tight, yeah.
So when the game first started, someone at the very front of the huge crowd put their phone up in the air with the game on. So all of us were watching it on like this little iPhone but we were still like, hero. They need TVs.
Yeah.
That's another thing I learned over the weekend.
I mean, they only have events like this, once every 20 years.
That's very true.
So to make big decisions based on the infrastructure for an event that comes around every 20 years,
not going to happen.
Probably not. But yeah, it is great to have that stadium in the city to have events like that.
Man,
but
the photos are gorgeous. Go take a look. That's also posted on our social media.
Play 107 YEG on Instagram and Facebook.
It's Ryder and Lisa's Top 7 at 7.
All right. Some of you would have had a late night last night, or maybe a late night on Saturday night with Halloween parties, Heritage Classic. It's always nice after a long one to look over at your bedside table and see some beverages.
Yes, and it's in that moment that you're like, I wish I didn't drink.
Yeah.
So shout out to people that are sober, that actively choose to not partake in alcohol because it's poison.
Mm-hmm.
So you wake up, you have some regrets, but at least you can depend on a couple beverages.
Or like some of these would be great if like maybe you have a friend who, left their vehicle at your place the night before and pops by and brings you this specific drink. Mm-hmm. Because like a couple of them are frozen.
Yeah.
So you can't really just have that on your bedside table unless it's dropped off, right?
But imagine how active the drivers are that can go to like a corner store now. Like you can get food and drinks delivered from the gas station.
True.
Now, straight to your doorstep. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are unsung heroes.
Totally. The top 7 morning after drinks is what we're calling this. At number 7, juice. Now, you thought apple juice, I thought orange juice. We got in an argument, and so then we just decided to just put juice.
No, because orange juice is wrong. It's apple juice or nothing. It's so crisp. It's easy to down because it's like...
No, pulp-free orange juice is the answer.
It's like a thinner liquid. It works way better, and you can feel it going through your veins.
Okay.
It's the best.
At number 6, we have really, really cold water.
You're not going to touch it because it pains you to do so, but it's there to comfort you.
You need it.
If you do need it. Once you start shaking, then you got to take a little sip.
At number 5, fountain pop.
Specifically, Wendy's Coke, but that's just my opinion.
At number 4 for the top 7 morning after drinks.
Because it burns, you know?
Yeah. You need it too.
The burning sensation, it just feels like it's killing everything inside of you that...
You want to be killed.
You want to fight that off.
At number 4, ice cap. Now, I don't know if I've ever taken a run at one of these, like the morning after a party night.
You should try it.
I'm going to.
But it's the paper straw in it, though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like... Okay, no, that's too much information. Never mind.
Okay.
No, I have to say it.
Well,
it's like the paper tampon covers.
Yeah,
That's
we were
what
good.
it's like, and then they get soggy.
Okay, we're good.
Everybody should have like a spare plastic straw in their bedside table.
Agreed.
Yeah.
At number 3, we have Gator Juice. Any kind of Gatorade, Powerade. The new Fit ones are really good because
Yes.
those electrolytes actually do help. Like,
You
it's
can
scientific.
taste the salt. The salt is in there. It's helping you.
It's key. At number 2, we've combined a couple things. It's just the hair of the dog category, but mainly shout out to clam juice because we got Caesars and beer and clam on here.
Yes, hair of the dog. Now, we just had a nurse text in saying apple juice is better than orange juice when it comes to this. I agree. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Someone just suggested tea. Yeah, but it gets cold. Like you have it there, but you forget about it. It's kind of in the back of the pile of drinks.
Yeah, we didn't even put coffee on the list. I know it's essential, but it's just not something you want in those moments.
Yes, you have it there. It's there again. Another comfort drink. That's
Yeah,
just
almost
kind
like
of
the
there.
water category, yeah.
Yeah.
And at number 1, we have Slurpees. They're exactly what you need.
They absolutely slap, especially a 7-Up one. Are you kidding me? And it doubles as an ice pack. Like as you're there in the fetal position, crying and regretting everything, you have it pushed up against your temples and you're just like, oh, this is so good.
Or you can just lick the side of the cup.
I don't think anyone does that.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
K Wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by Baxton, caller 7, ready to win some money. Are you heading to school this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine being able to show up to school on a Monday and being like, guess what happened to me this morning? I won $1,000. Are you feeling confident?
Yeah.
I think for a 13-year-old, $1,000 is probably like 10, 12 grand. That's what that would feel like.
It would.
Yeah. All right, Baxton, best of luck. So you're going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room and not here first round.
No.
And then we'll invite your teammate back in who will play the second round. But we're going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. And then your teammate will do the same for everyone that matches. It's $25. Hit them all, and it's $1,000.
Who's your teammate this morning, Baxton?
Ryder.
Yeah, get out of here. So I'm going to start your 25-second timer right after I say the first word. Best of luck. You've got this, okay? What is the first word that comes to your mind when I say snowboard?
Snow.
Witch.
Halloween.
Melted.
Snow.
Clock.
Time.
Mittens.
Cold.
Great job. Just smooth. Confident. Love to see it. Still had 12 seconds left on the clock, too.
Oh, buddy, you nailed that.
Okay, Baxton, we're sending you to school with some money.
All right.
Ryder, what comes to mind when I say clock?
Time?
$25.
Okay.
Melted.
Melted. Snow?
$50, Baxton. What comes to mind when I say witch?
Broom?
Halloween. All right, it's okay. We got $50. Let's keep going. What comes to mind when I say snowboard?
Mountain?
Wrong. Snow. Let's try to send him to school with $75. What comes to mind when I say mittens?
Hands.
Cold. Baxton did really good. Ryder did not. You picked up $50, buddy. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, cheers.
And now, here's another terrifying episode of Terror Tales.
Got an email from Chris yesterday explaining his terror tale. I thought we'd get him on the phone to tell it. What's up, man? Fire away.
All right, so me and my wife and a couple friends, we went camping in southern BC, I'd say about 4 years ago. We were told that across the street there's this hotel, who's no longer a hotel, it was run down. It used to be a brothel way back in the day, and there's a story that it was haunted. So we went over there with one of our friends who's a medium. Kind of looked around, checked it out. The guy there showed us some bullet holes in the wall and where chairs were smashed on walls and different things like that would happen back then. And then she was asking if there was ever a girl there because she was feeling and picking up on the presence of a little girl. The guy who owned the property said, yes, there's a story where there was a girl lived there with her mother who was being forced to work there.
It's interesting because after you emailed me some details on this story, I went and looked, and I can verify that that is a story that's associated with that hotel.
Yep.
For sure. So then we started walking around, and we kind of went towards where the basement was and opened the door, and it was, no going down there. Then we kind of walked around, and then there were stairs that go up to the hotel part. And as I was standing, me and my wife were standing at the bottom of the stairs. All of a sudden, this big draft of wind came shooting down on all the blinds, and curtains started moving. It definitely wasn't windy that day. So my wife stayed downstairs because she didn't want to go upstairs because she's scared. So I went upstairs, checked out some rooms, didn't really find anything. So I started coming back down the stairs again. This huge gush of wind blew down almost. And then we were walking around, and we got back towards the bar part where there was a mirror on the wall. And now on that mirror, there was the words, "Help me." Written on the mirror looks like by a little girl's finger. And that definitely wasn't there before when we were checking out that part of the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. So if your friend's a medium, do you think that she's like more scared than you were? Or is she like, yeah, this is just the way she goes?
Yeah, she was just like, that's the way she goes. You guys want to go check out the basement? And we're like, nope.
Wow.
We're in a bit of a predicament. After a great weekend, including a Halloween party, we've lost our pizzazz for Halloween.
Who else agrees with this? Do you work somewhere where it's highly encouraged to dress up on Halloween? Like, I know a lot of teachers, it's a fun day for the kids. It really is at school. But a Tuesday Halloween...
Yeah, like three days after a Halloween party.
I just don't know. I don't know if I have the energy.
Why don't you
but I know we have to.
Yeah. What, could you do whiskers and just strap some cat ears to your headphones?
Yeah, maybe, but that's not fun, is it? I guess, it's a good default. It really is.
Yeah.
It works.
Every time.
At least you're trying in some sense. But I do think on Tuesday, you and I need to have costumes on in here, especially now that we've got these expensive cameras set up. It's we can't be posting videos on Halloween and not be dressed up.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm cool just doing what I did for the Halloween party and going as Elmer Fudd again.
But isn't that boring?
I know, it's kind of done.
You've already done it.
But I'm not the type of person who's going to actively get 2 different Halloween costumes every year.
Yeah, I'm not spending any more money on a costume. Are you kidding me?
I'm not a 23-year-old who's going to the club Friday and Saturday.
So what do we do?
I don't know. Quick poll on the text line, maybe.
Yeah, what should we dress up as that's easy?
We should maybe, get a couple people that are about our size. And just do like a gift or
swap.
A costume swap. Yeah, every year.
It's smart, especially because how does it work? Isn't it like next year it'll be on a Wednesday?
I don't know.
The year after that, it's a Thursday.
Never look that far ahead. I live in the moment.
No, but isn't that like how it works?
Yeah, but then you mix in the leap year and it screws everything up. I don't know when that is.
True.
Like I said, I don't look ahead. Anyway, 780-784-7107. Maybe a costume swap.
So Sheena just said, why don't you guys just switch the costumes you
Okay.
wore? So I'll go as Elmer Fudd and you go as Chad Kruger.
Yeah, you have way too much hair for that costume, and I don't have enough. So I don't think that'll work. Really sad news this weekend with the passing of Matthew Perry. And it's interesting. Sometimes, celebrity deaths just hit a little different. Like, it feels like these people personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even if you don't, there is that.
Yeah.
It's almost like
you need to grieve.
Chandler Bing. That doesn't necessarily mean we know Matthew Perry and everything that he's been through. Passed away at the age of 54 over the weekend. So sad.
He was asked recently how he'd like to be remembered.
I would like to be remembered as somebody who lived well, loved well, was a seeker, and his paramount thing is that he wants to help people. That's what I want.
And he did. He helped a lot of people. Friends is a comfort show to a lot of people. So the laughs were needed.
Well, and he also started a home for men to go and get help with addiction problems.
Yeah, a lot of people are opening up about how Matthew Perry helped them. Like he would make some of his friends go with him to AA meetings. He was saving people's lives.
Yeah, he said that that's one of the things is that he always wanted to be available if somebody needed help, whether he knew them or not. If they asked for help, he'd try his best to give it. And he said sometimes he didn't even know how to help himself, but he always felt like he could help other people. So pretty special guy. A pretty special career.
And a lot of people aren't aware, but him and Justin Trudeau went to school together.
Yeah.
And Justin Trudeau was like, I'll never forget, like, playing with him on the playground growing up.
They got in a fight once,
they
too.
They did, yes. A fist fight. And I think Matthew Perry talked about it on a late night show once and opened up about it.
I'll try to track that down before the end of the show here. I did put together some of his funniest lines from his time on Friends as Chandler Bing.
I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
Anybody know a good tailor?
You need some clothes altered?
No. I'm just looking for a man to draw on me with chalk.
All right, when was 1990?
You have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
Ducks is heads because ducks have heads.
Kind of scary-ass clowns came to your birthday.
I went to that tanning place your wife suggested.
Was that place The Sun?
So many good laughs over the years.
Oh, that's so good.
Super sad to see him go at the age of 54. Rest in peace. Joined by my good buddy, Tim. Tell us about your 2 Trail Tire locations.
Hi, Ryder. I have Trail Tire Tamarack on 23rd Ave and 17th Street and Trail Tire Grote Road right near the traffic circle.
Now, these 2 buildings have a flashy new name, but it's still the same great people and awesome service that your customers have grown to love.
You betcha. We changed our brand name to better reflect our core values and the direction which our company's headed. We have a seasoned management team that's worked tirelessly to make sure the transition went smoothly. We still offer the same warranties, plus we offer many more now. And we will honor any and all previous work that we did moving forward.
I actually feel like it's a place I want to hang out when I come in.
I know.
Like, your chairs are comfortable, the people are awesome, there's often a dog there. It's one of my favorite places to go, which I've never been able to say about another auto body shop. So shout out to you and Casey and all the people that make that place tick. It really is a great, great business.
You know what? We like to think of ourselves as family. So come see Zach or Tyler at our Grote Road store, Casey or Eric at our Tamarack location. They'll make sure they get you in all your automotive needs. Remember, take it to Trail Tire Tamarack, Trail Tire Grote Road. One of the reasons we went with Trail Tire is they also work tirelessly with a bunch of Edmonton charities just like us. They've vowed to join us in our quest to get 500 toys to the kids at Centers Anonymous to keep filling those food bank boxes, as well as Horsepower for Hope, which is our Kids with Cancer charity.
Where can people find you online, Tim?
TrailTire.com is going to be the best place to find any Trail Tire store. It will send you over to our store, as well as our warranty will be valid at any and all Trail Tire stores. So TrailTire.com for all your automotive needs. You'll find us on there. We do have Instagram, Trail Tire Group, at Trail Tire Group on Instagram.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.